We are live. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing amazing tonight. I just noticed that Guardian Prepping became a new member. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the support. Um, it is awesome. I love that. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, I was going to talk tonight about being overwhelmed. I know for a lot of you doing the same sort of thing, homesteading, there can be a lot of times you're busy, there's too much to do, you're struggling to get things done. For us, I want to say we kind of made our homestead into a place where we did not have to take a vacation from. So it was important for us to like put in the hot tub, put in the pool, um, surround our thing surround ourselves with stuff where if we were going on vacation, what what is it we would need from that vacation? And we tried to incorporate it here on our homestead. But I don't know what it's been. I think maybe it's been social media, maybe everything going on in the world today, in Canada today, where I feel like I need a vacation. And it's not even like I need to get away from here. I just need to, I guess, just stop opening social media. I guess that might be it. So, but we kind of we had a extremely busy summer. We were doing the wedding, getting everything ready for the wedding, plus other projects we were trying to get done as well. And then the fall, fall for a homesteader, you go into harvest season, and then we've got to harvest not only all our crops or our garden and that sort of thing, but we've got to harvest the rabbits, the meat chickens, our Chanticleer chickens. We've got to harvest the pigs. We've got to harvest the our one cow that we're still working on butchering. So it's one of those things where, like, I was, where was I? I guess I was hockey last night. I was bringing one of the boys home from hockey last night, and I saw someone post something about kind of how clean is your house on a scale of, it was like 0 to like single person something or other. I kind of glanced over it, but and then I was thinking like, there should be one where it's like, how clean is your house on a scale of 0 to homesteaders with full-time jobs and side hustles and kids and animals and a dog and hockey, and like it's just, yeah, during harvest and canning season. So it was one of those where, we finished canning season and then we had to harvest the cow. So it's downstairs in the freezer. I'd say we're almost half done. We've got a lot of meat put away already, which is nice. But uh I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. And I'm in my busy season at work too, so I don't have the same amount of time. I've had to work a bunch of weekends and at night answering phone calls and spending time at the office and that sort of thing, which I love. I love my job. I love what I do. It's just in this time of season, it takes me away from doing stuff on the homestead as well. So, but as I continue to ramble on, how about I say hey to everyone who's in here, and thank you guys so much for being in here. It's always awesome. So Tracy Tehan, 4141 Homestead, Little Homestead by the Beach, Ren's Homestead, Rem's Family Farm, Me and You Acres, It's Our Abundant Life, Dave Knight, Denby View Ranch, It's Our Abundant Life. Did I just? Yeah, I already said that. So, wow, you get a double shout out. Thanks for coming. We appreciate that. Old Deep Woods, Mr. Me and You Acres. Yes. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I also want to say I apologize for my haircut. I asked Bridget to cut my hair today, and afterwards I jumped in the shower to get rid of the extra hair, and I brushed it and all that, and then I went back and looked in the mirror a little while later, and that's like, oh my god, I look like He-Man. You know, the old cartoon where he had that like blonde kind of bob. I was like, oh, I went from Viking to He-Man. I was like, oh, all right, but it's hair, right? It's gonna grow back out, so it's all good. Let's see if I can catch up with some of the chat as well. Um, Everybody's saying hi to each other, which I just love. It's such a great community. Yeah, that's just it. Meeting everybody here is so great. I love it. It's party time from homesteading. I could use a weekend, just, you know, having you guys all come over, do a big bonfire, barbecue, have some beer, alcohol, that sort of thing, and just chat and just, you know, sit around, not worry about, not having to worry about the animals for one night or worry about hockey or um, trying to get some canning done or meal prep done or butchering done. It's just like a night off, talking to everybody and just chilling out. It would be, I, I could really go for that. Yeah. Yeah. It happens because you want to get stuff done and there's always so much to do and you keep pushing and at some point the house cleaning happens, but is never one of those things that you put right up there on it's got to be done. It no for me anyway. It's not an important part of anything. So uh, that's just it. You start getting other stuff and time slips away from you, or you got projects or work, that kind of thing. And it's like, oh yeah, yeah, I got to make videos too. It's like, oh, yeah. Here, hey there, Gear Grin 19. Good to see ya. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Awesome. MDP, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Tina Ladybug, look at this. Everyone's coming in tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So yeah, like I was saying, I think I want to say Iceland was the last kind of vacation that Bridget and I took. And that was a number of years ago. That was the picture on the thumbnail. We found a hot tub well, one of the hot tubs we found in Iceland. That's the cool thing about Iceland is you go there and there's hot tubs everywhere. There's some big ones that you can pay for to go in, and they serve you drinks and all that in there. Not like here in Canada where they're like, yeah, all stuck up and stuff. So you can go in and maybe enjoy yourself, but you can't drink or you can't do anything else. You just enjoy the water while we're staring at you, making sure you don't act up. We're in Iceland. It's like, everyone's having a drink and having a good time. And, no one's worried about anyone doing anything wrong because everyone's having a good time. But you can drive around the countryside and there's all these little hot tubs everywhere, all these hot springs from the volcanoes. So, you're just driving along and you see a hot tub and you can pull over and go jump in the hot tub. It's awesome. There's one that it was like we drove, I want to say it was like almost 2 kilometers or something. We drove up a farmer's lane and it's up in these mountains. So you drive in and you park and there's like a special parking kind of thing. And then you have to walk kind of through the valley and I want to say it was like a kilometer walk, maybe more. And then you get to this old, I want to say it almost looked like a Roman bath. I can post a picture up later, but it looked big, long. It almost looked like an Olympic sized swimming pool, too. And then a change room down at the one end. So it has this great view of the mountains, but you jump in, and again, it's hot spring fed from the volcano, hot spring, but it's heated from the volcano. So it's so cool. It's awesome. Then we found one that was actually built by Vikings, but then earthquake or something happened or a volcano happened, it covered it up, and then it was rebuilt afterwards. So it's like, yeah, so that was our last trip, and it was really cool, and I loved it. And we wanted to get back to Norway, Sweden, Finland, that kind of stuff as well, but France as well. We're gonna go back there, but haven't had that chance yet because of everything that was going on. So, but we love it here on the farm. It's kind of our own holiday, but when you do have so much going on, it's kind of like maybe just a little break from it. So yeah. So yeah, everyone's starting to get snow. I'm surprised we don't have more snow. I think we only have about 6 inches. We've had lots of rain and ice as well. Usually we've got a foot or two by now, but it's been kind of nice. So yeah. Yeah, smash that thumbs up button. Thank you very much. Good reminder. Um Yeah. So it was so funny because I was like, oh, Garden State Gardener just kind of like shared us out, which was awesome. But no, he took the picture and somehow made that video. So that was really cool to see that. So if you guys haven't seen that, Garden State Gardener took the picture from us in the hot tub and did a little dirty dancing song with it. So it was really neat to see. Oh, I'm pretty sure you paid. I'm pretty sure you paid. Yeah, for us getting through the winter, the hot tub makes a huge difference. And what I love about it too is it forces us to slow down. It forces us to talk to each other. It forces us to spend that quality time with each other because a lot of the time we're running around the house or like we're both working full time, but we work from home. So we're in the same house, but we're in different rooms on the computer. So really, a lot of the time we're passing each other to go grab a coffee or a tea or lunch or something. So we don't have that quality time during the day. So the hot tub allows us to take that time. We sit, jump in the tub and talk about our day, talk about future plans and that kind of thing. So for us, it's a good mental health thing. It really makes a big difference. Oh yes, highly recommend it. Yes, but you can do cold dips as well, polar bear dips. But having a hot tub after that is a big help. Hey, Northern Girls Hobby. Oh, where'd it go? Hope you're doing amazing tonight. Good to see ya. I didn't. I was gonna mention the beaver, but we'll try not to get too bad here. Yes. I do recommend wood-fired hot tubs for those who can't get electrical out to them, or if you're doing kind of special occasions or that kind of thing. What we found with our wood-fired hot tub when we first did it is one, uh, you got to have a lot of dry wood right beside it or somewhere close where you can access it. You got to be prepared for starting it quite a bit and allowing it to run quite a bit. It and then also mixing it quite a bit because the wood-fired hot tub does not circulate. So if you just got the fire going inside the tub, what you'll find is the bottom is really cold and the top is really hot. So you got to make sure you stir it a lot. So if you're out in the boonies or somewhere where there's no electricity, yes, the wood-fired hot tub is a great option. If you have the possibility of hooking up electric, do it. It's the advantage to it is you'll pay a bit more in money, but it's so worth it. It makes a huge difference. we we just use water in ours. It's a cedar hot tub. We just pour regular water from the well into it, and that's it. So it it probably doesn't taste that great anyway because it does get heated up and it gets circulated through a filter, but there's no chemicals or anything in that. But yeah, yeah, I'd say it is a huge benefit to any marriage or any relationship. It for us, it makes a big difference too. Not that the relationship is bad, but it really does help. Perfect. Yeah, I'll shoot you an email on that. But yeah, the beaver meat's always a good little pun to get going there. Julia Cleary, the feisty rebel grandma. Good to see you. Hope you're doing awesome. Yeah, exactly. You got to make sure it stirs up. Otherwise, you know, you're going to get that temperature difference through it. You could do it in the hot tub too. I forget what it was. It was like 200 pounds of potatoes, 200 pounds of something. You could do a little soup in the hot tub. Remy, have a great night. Glad you could join us. Always good seeing you as well. Thanks so much, eh? We'll talk to you very soon. Yeah, so how are you guys for vacations? Do you feel the need for a vacation at this time of year, or is there a different time of year where you like to take a vacation? Are you feeling overwhelmed by stuff that's going on? Um, for me, again, I think mainly it's social media. I need to kind of shut it off and just stay away from it. But again, it's like I don't watch the news or anything like that on TV, so sometimes it is my main source of news. However, I get a lot of stuff from guys at work as well, but there's also so much negativity that comes with it. And I think it drains your energy a lot more than anything else, in my view, anyway. So maybe that's what I should do. Just get off social media, the book of faces for a while and just, you know, yeah, like I could do that. But yeah, if you guys had a vacation, like if you could go now, where would you go? Would you go somewhere else that's cold too, like Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, north of France, England? Or would you go like Cuba, Bahamas? Or would you go somewhere adventurous, like, South America, Africa, or something like that? Yeah, it's for us anyway. It's been, I want to say it's been like 4 years since 3 or 4 years since we've really taken a vacation like we did in Iceland due to we did where did we go? I want to say we did like Dominican or something like that the one year for a week. But I didn't like that compared to Iceland. I think maybe because I have a phobia of sharks. So trying to go swimming in the ocean is not good for me. But also the constant harassment from people to buy stuff or purchase stuff or look at this or, you know, people wanting to take your money was not cool. I didn't like it. Whereas going to Iceland, you could go up to anyone and talk to anyone, and you know, everyone was friendly and it was great and just so much more relaxed and cool. Yeah, yeah. That's just it. There's the good thing with social media too is the camaraderie and the ability to talk to other people. For me, again, I don't need an escape from work or from here. It's you know everything else that's going on that I need to kind of shut my brain off and you know get away from. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too is I don't know if I can still cross any borders or not. So but yeah, taking a media break is a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, and that's just it too is if you have a place that is home and that you love and all that is it's like your own mini vacation like we do here at the house. So yeah, yeah. Aruba. I haven't been to Aruba. Like I said, the only place I've been down south is I want to say it's Dominican. Bridget would have to correct me on that where we went to. I don't think it was Mexico. It might have been, but I it's strange, but I'd rather go somewhere else cold rather than somewhere else warm, except for the all inclusive drinks. I liked that. Yeah, the pina coladas sitting in the pool and stuff like that. Sign me up for that. If I could go to Iceland, sit in the hot tub, and they had all inclusive pina coladas, I'm all in. Yeah, yeah. I think once I get through the busy season here at work, and then I think this weekend I'll probably finish butchering the cow, then we'll be able to sit and enjoy stuff a little more. Yeah, so true, eh? Yeah. Shawnee Shave, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Hope you're doing awesome. That's the other thing is planning a vacation is a lot of work just in itself. It's interesting to talk to people who have been doing more day trips or weekend trips or going somewhere close to where their home is and driving there instead of flying or, you know, crossing borders, that sort of thing. Alaska would be neat to go to too. I haven't been up there. We went up to the Yukon a number of years ago. I think it was like 3 years ago, and went up for work and for pleasure, which was nice. And we got to do some fishing in the backwoods area. If I could go up hunting the one year, we're still trying to arrange that, but that would be nice too. Yes. Yeah, exactly. I tried Twitter once and got off it to me, it was very toxic at the time for me. And I find Facebook can be that way as well. I like it for the camaraderie and being able to stay in touch with people that I don't get to talk to all the time. But there's so many ads and so much other stuff too, or it just someone posts something and Facebook says, I'm going to show you that to you just because they commented on it. Like, I don't need to see that. Thank you. So, yeah. I seen some pictures in like the East Coast in the winter, and like I thought we had a lot of snow here in Quebec where I am, like 6, 7 feet, and then you see some of the pictures out in the East Coast, and like, yeah, the we can't see the hydro lines anymore because of the snow. That's always a good time. Oh, yeah. Camping is good too. I haven't done that in years. I feel like maybe I should just go camping out the backyard now and just do that. Maybe take the boys out, set up a tent, and just camp out the backyard for a bit. Do a night or two like that. However, with that too, then I'm like, then I'm gonna wake up in the morning, my back's gonna be sore and I'm gonna be cold. And then I got, you know, maybe I gotta check on the animals or something, but I don't know. Maybe I should figure that out. Maybe I'll just get a cot to sleep on in my tent instead of my old air mattress and sleeping bag. Do it like an old man sort of thing now, since I am one. Hey, our life off grid. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. Hopefully, I'm not too far behind in the chat here. Oh, Winterlude in Ottawa. I've never been. We do go down every so often to Carnival in Quebec City now, and just love it. It's such a great time. We've done the big sled on the what do they call it? It's like a huge deck at the front of the castle, the Fairmont Chateau Frontenac, and we've done that sled, and it's just awesome, so much fun. And you can walk around and you can drink, and you go into all these little pubs, and they've got fires going all outside, so you can sit outside in the snow by the fire, and it's awesome. If you haven't been to Carnival in Quebec City, I highly recommend it to everyone. If you get the chance to come see it, it's just awesome, and it's totally different from Montreal or France or that sort of thing. Everyone here is extremely friendly. So if you don't speak English, it's all good. Everyone loves you. Yeah, I'd love to do some more up north hunting and fishing trips. I used to get up to I'm trying to think of the place. Englehart. It was just north of New Liskard. And that's where we went moose hunting for years, and I loved it up there. I always get up to my buddies in Powassan whenever I can, and we'd go. Where did we go? We went up to Shining Tree, I think was the name of it, way up north. To well, depends what you consider north. If you're from Toronto, it's way up north. If you're from like Thunder Bay, it's not north. But we got up to Shining Tree and camped out in the woods by a river and fished and hunted and shot our guns, and it was just awesome. Good times. Bob, good to see you. Hope you're doing amazing tonight. You don't know where you are? But who doesn't love cuddling Netflix? Yeah, getting out after 5 p.m. is hard sometimes, especially in the winter too. Now it's like not not only the kids doing stuff and you're doing supper and trying to get stuff done and that sort of thing, but now it's like it's dark at 4 o'clock, so it's like you already feel tired just when that hits. And so for us, it's like I'm going out, and it's too late. It's already dark. Yes, I find it hurts now for me. Yeah, she got out the back of her place making a little bushcrafting campsite and that. It's really cool. And I think that's what I need to do. I need to get back out there and, you know, do some stuff like that. That way I'm not maybe in front of my phone or in front of my computer all the time. Need to just leave and, you know, do that. Yeah. Oh, Montreal, the best place for that's what the kids say there. Here. Old Montreal, I've heard is really nice, but everyone that I've talked to that have been to both would say, I think, would agree that Old Quebec is cooler than Old Montreal. But that's just what I've heard anyway. Everyone could be biased since we're all from this area anyway. Ah. So what I'd say is if you've heard bad stories about bad experiences and that kind of thing, it's probably from Montreal. The rest of the province, everyone is extremely friendly and extremely loving and so welcoming as well. It's awesome. Hey, have a good night. Hope you have a good evening, good weekend, all that kind of good stuff. Hope there's no problems ever. Oh, Philippines would be nice and warm right now, I would think. Am I behind? I might be way behind in the chat. It looks like I'm behind in the chat. You guys are talking a lot. This is awesome. But I don't have to talk at all. I'm just answering questions or responding to you guys. But yeah, I was gonna try and think of some stuff to talk about tonight about the, you know, just how worn out and overwhelmed and stuff. But I'm I was sure that a lot of you would feel it as well and know what I'm talking about, to be in the situation where, you know, you love everything about your life, but you're just feeling that you need a break in some way. So, yeah. I know. We it's feeling late already. It's like 8:30. It's been dark for like ever already. And we've had some early mornings because the boys have hockey sometimes in the morning. So Bridget's usually up at 6. And then we're up in the evenings after dinner or even before dinner, taking them to hockey as well. And then on weekends, it's usually playing taxi service, driving them around everywhere. So it's always nice when we can just sit down sometimes and chill. Oh, Canada is one of those to me is a country that everyone really has to get out and see. And I love being able to visit other countries, but I would still love to visit even more of Canada. Thankfully, I've been across Canada with my family, by myself, and I still get to travel across Canada for work. So I love being able to get out and just see different parts of Canada. It's so amazing. Tractor Talk with Gary. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Hope you're doing awesome. Urban White Buffalo Farm. Good to see you as well. Yes, I do think the government should take a break for 1 year. Do we really think anything would change if they didn't do anything for a year? No, no. It's like, uh, I think all of us would get along just fine without them for a year, maybe longer. But, you know, here we are. Yeah, it's so neat. We have a couple pubs that we love going down to, and they're the old stone. There's one, Uncle Antoine's. If you're ever coming to Quebec City, write down Uncle Antoine's. It's one of the coolest pubs that I like. So you go down this one area. It's like old cobblestone. It's kind of a ramp instead of steps, and you turn onto this one other street that's all cobblestone, and you go into you open this big wooden door, and it's arched roof, and it's all stone, and they've got a fireplace right there, and then all the tables. So in the winter, they've got the fireplace going, so you can go in and get warmed up by the fireplace and have a beer or drink. And they do some food, but not a lot. But I highly recommend checking it out. It's just so much fun. For us, it's the wind has been crazy here the last, I want to say 2 days. It's been like 0 degree, but the wind makes it feel like it's -20 or something Celsius. It just hurts. You're like, yeah, it's only 0 degree. You go out in a t-shirt, and then it's like, that hurts. So, oh, Tracy's headed to bed too. Have a great night. Glad I could join you earlier, and thanks for joining me as well. I really appreciate it. Yep. Yeah, it's been crazy, but it's not as crazy as that. What was it? The 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 freak tornado system that you guys had go through. I forget the name. Starts with a D, right? I forget what a Derico, something like that. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, so that's about our life right now, is trying to get caught up on everything. We'll probably go into house cleaning season soon. The I want to finish the Highland cow, butchering it. That'll be this weekend. If you're on Facebook, you'll probably see some pictures of that on our Facebook, on Thorhaven Farm Facebook page. We'll probably post some more pictures of that as well. I might try and do a video about butchering the cow, but I feel that there's so many more people who are more qualified to speak about it, on like how to butcher, for one, for like the bearded butchers. I love those guys. they're awesome, and they break it down so easily. It really allowed us to do the pig and the the Highland cow and that ourselves. It really made a big difference for how we break down our animals. But I wanted to kind of do a video on, you know, harvesting and butchering a cow kind of by yourself or with a partner. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Um, and I'm tired. I'm tired from it. It's exhausting. Maybe if we had a different setup or something, so is easier to carry or easier to handle or easy to process, I would say. That might be the biggest thing, is easier to process. So if we had like one of those meat bandsaws, then I don't think I'd be as tired from doing it. I think it would be a lot simpler, because that's the biggest thing, is cutting the ribs, cutting, trying to debone is one of the biggest things. So if we could process the meat with the bone in, instead of trying to do everything boneless, which is how we do things. So yeah, I should do a video on that. But again, I feel that someone else might have touched on it. But we'll see. We'll see. I might do that. MB Heritage Farm, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Hope you're doing awesome. Yeah, so if anyone's ever done a moose by themselves or with two people, you'll know what I mean when I say it's a lot of work. The skinning is just exhausting in itself, but trying to break everything down into the pieces, and that for us as well, this year we're actually doing it a little quicker than we have before, which is nice, because last year we tried to do we did a bunch of roasts, we did some tomahawk steaks, we did all that kind of stuff. This year it's like, nope, we're going to do steaks, cubes, and ground, because that really is what we eat almost all the time. It's nice to have those tomahawk steaks or a roast or something, but usually that's a special occasion, and we aren't really worried about that now. So if we do have some good steaks already cut, that works out just as well. Trying to find the comments here. I think next year I might do kind of a complete process on it. The tractor makes a big difference for us, being able to move it around, to skin it, to dress it, that kind of thing. And then we do have 6x6 cold room that we have a cool bot on the air conditioning unit in. And we've got 2x4s on the roof with hangers and that. So when we break it down, we'll break it down into 6 pieces, and we can hang it down there and for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But usually about a week and a half is when we start pulling it out and start to butcher. That way, by the time we're done butchering, it's been 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and then we're done. So there's a good aging process that goes along with it too, which is nice. Mr. Boots and Bounty, good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Glad you could join us. Odin is eating well this year. He is getting a lot of bones because we didn't do ribs. We basically deboned everything, and that's going all into grind. So he's getting a lot of bones. They've gone into the freezer for him, with the pig as well. We took the pig skin, uh, dehydrated it, and made tons of little chew toys for him. So he's been really happy. Yeah, moose is a lot of work to do. When we used to get a moose, there was usually 4 of us to 6 of us, and that makes a big difference. And then it would actually go to a processor, abattoir, butcher, and they would do all the cuts. So we didn't have to do that. We would just have to basically get it out of the bush, which is a lot easier than doing the whole thing. Yeah. All right. I guess I'll do the video then. Yeah, I find doing any animals yourself, it can be a lot of work. Even, we did 40 chickens, 3 pigs. I think we did 11 to 14 rabbits. I forget. I think must have been 11. I think. I want to say it was 14, but I think it was 11. And it's a lot of work doing it yourself. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Yeah, I feel like a how-to video wouldn't be appropriate because I'm not that experienced as like a professional butcher. I feel like um this is how we did it. This is what we had to do, what we had to go through, that sort of thing. So, uh we don't know. We want to say she was 800 to 900 pounds ish before we dressed or anything. I think that was like the live weight, I want to say, of it. Um, the tractor was able to lift it. So, yeah, it would probably be around the 800, 900 pound mark for when we pulled her out. I've only done regular mead. We have done some fruit wines, but just the regular mead. Uh, I know I'm trying to think who has done some. Um, I know there's some good books out there though, just on doing mead or doing homemade wines with fruits and stuff that are really good to pick up. Yes, it really is worth it doing it ourselves. Even doing the pigs, doing the cow. We talked to a friend who did 6 pigs and took them to the butcher, and it was $2,500 for that. So even if, you half that, it's a huge savings right there. And it's crazy too because we started adding up the weight of what we've done so far. And I want to say it was 136 pounds or 150. I'd have to go check. It's like 130, 150 pounds. I don't know, but we figured we had already. Now I'm getting my numbers all mixed up, but we had already set aside about $1,300. So if we compared what we've already butchered to buying it in a retail store at a very conservative price, like $12 a pound, I think we'd already done about $1,300 worth of meat. And that wasn't even half the cow yet. So for us, that's a huge savings. And then I'd say we probably saved $300 to $400 maybe on having someone butcher it. So it's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of money to put out if you're doing it that way too. So yeah, one of the things we did, we actually got a barrel from Portugal, and it's a 30-liter chestnut. It's a chestnut barrel that's charred inside with beeswax coating. So if you're doing any spirits, it's awesome to be able to do it in a barrel by yourself. It makes a huge difference to just the taste rather than doing additives and stuff. All right, guys. Well, we're almost at the hour. I didn't think I was actually going to go this long. I try and do it for an hour, but like I said, I've been feeling overwhelmed and stuff. So I'm going to try and cut it there. And yep, me too. But yeah, I'm going to head upstairs and probably chill for a bit, maybe jump into bed. We'll see. But I really appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with me and chatting, getting to know each other as well. Uh, Thank you guys so much. It does me good to be able to chat with you guys and see all you guys. And I know it's not the same as being face to face around a bonfire with a drink and that, but it's really nice to be able to chat. So thanks again so much, and I appreciate you guys coming out. So y'all have a awesome evening and a great weekend as well. We'll talk to you soon, guys.